Imagine a FNAF fan game, but instead of having fictional animatronics, it had real animatronics from Chuck E. Cheese. Sounds terrifying, right? Well, today I'll be going over 5 Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's rebooted, and why it didn't really hit the mark, at least for me. From poorly designed gameplay to deafening jump scares, this reboot misses the mark in almost every single way. Let's break down why. But before diving into the issues, let me quickly explain the gameplay. The goal is of course to survive till 6 AM by managing your surroundings and countering animatronics. You have tools like cameras and a stage call button, but these mechanics are frustratingly underexplained and poorly balanced. One unique aspect of this game is the broken gate mechanic. Behind the player is a gate with a handle that you must keep closed. If you let go, the gate opens, leaving you vulnerable to any animatronics trying to get through. This adds another layer of pressure. Now, what is the stage call button? Well, there is one animatronic called Jasper T. Jowls. A while after leaving the stage, he will randomly appear in your face and you'll have to press the stage call button to make him go away, or you're dead. Another thing that took me, embarrassingly enough, a little bit too long to figure out, you can shine a flashlight down the hallway at the door. So if you're intending on playing this game, keep that in mind. I don't know if I am just stupid or if it took a little bit too long to figure out. Another animatronic is Mr. Munch. As soon as he leaves his stage, you need to find him on the camera, quickly glancing at him to make him go back, or he'll munch you. And that's almost all for the special animatronics that don't just function as the regular FNAF cast, but there is one more. It's a old Chuck E. suit, seemingly rotten and infested, which starts in camera 4, otherwise known as the dressing room. Now, the way he functions is you have to look at him through the camera to delay his approach. Kinda like Foxy in FNAF 1, the more you look at him, the slower he moves. And if you fail to look at him enough, he'll slowly approach your office. Once he makes it to your corridor, there's nothing you can do. He won't kill you, but he'll prevent your door from closing by putting his hand on it and forcefully pulling it upwards. Which means you will be unable to use the door for the rest of the night, which eventually will probably get you killed. Now, all of this sounds really interesting, right? Yeah, it did to me too. That's why I had high expectations for this game, especially when I've seen so many YouTubers make videos on it and a bunch of positive reviews. So let's go over why I was disappointed. One of the biggest strengths of a FNAF game is its ability to build tension by making you dread every sound and movement. Here, that tension is completely absent. The animatronics start moving almost the second the night begins. By night 3, 3 animatronics have already rushed you a second into the night.
So, now you've been here for 2 whole nights. Oh, he's gone. Oh, 2 are gone.
Already? But why is this a bad thing? The lack of anticipation removes one of the core pillars of horror, tension. Horror thrives on the unknown, the feeling of being watched or hunted, before anything actually happens. When animatronics immediately start moving, you're robbed of that suspenseful build-up. There's no time for your imagination to run wild, no moment to feel the unease of silence or the creeping dread of something lurking in the shadows. Instead, you're thrown straight into the action. By night 3, 3 animatronics are already moving the second the night begins. It feels less like a horror game and more like a frantic test of reaction time. The fear doesn't have a chance to simmer, it's just instant chaos, which quickly becomes exhausting rather than scary. This is a problem because tension is what makes the scares in games like FNAF hit so hard. When the game takes its time, every noise feels important, every flicker of movement on the cameras builds anxiety. But without that build-up, the scares lose their weight. You aren't dreading the moment something goes wrong because the moment is already wrong. And worse, it makes the jump scares feel cheap and unearned, like a punchline without a setup. On top of that, lack of anticipation breaks the pacing. Players don't have time to develop a strategy or learn how the animatronics behave, because the game doesn't let them. You're thrown straight into chaos, scrambling to react rather than planning ahead. It's not fear, it's just frustration. Fuck you.
It's not like Golden Freddy.
Another thing I want to quickly go over is the fact that the jump scares are way too loud. The game audio is low, so you decide to raise the sound, expecting the game just to be a little bit too quiet. But as soon as you get jump scared,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
my heart.
Yeah.
Boom, you're deaf. You're deaf. And that isn't just a joke. In my previous video, I had to take the jump scares volume down by 30 to 40 decibels, which, if you know nothing about decibels, that's a large amount. It hurt. FNAF games are known for their cryptic yet helpful phone calls. In this fan game, the calls are borderline useless. By night 3, I have no idea how to counter the animatronics, and I had to resort to googling answers. The phone call doesn't even talk about the animatronics in any fashion until night 3, saying,
I hope you never had to use the stage call or anything.
and I'm not sure how that's supposed to help. I mean, to be fair, he might as well have said,
Oh,
oh,
what is this?
oh
What is
okay.
this? Oh. Oh, what is this? What the hell?
Hey, so congrats on the new job at Chuck E. Cheese here. So I'm supposed to give you a phone call, teach you the ropes and all that. So good luck. In the end, Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's reboot had so much potential to shine as a fresh take on the FNAF formula. The setting, the characters, and even the concept of a broken gate mechanic could have created a unique and terrifying experience, but instead it falls short in almost every way that matters. The lack of proper anticipation, the overwhelming chaos of the gameplay, and the poor explanations of mechanics combine to create an experience that's frustrating rather than fun or scary. A good horror game doesn't rely on cheap jump scares or sheer difficulty. It's about the atmosphere, the build-up, the satisfaction of mastering the mechanics. Sadly, this game seems to misunderstand that, opting for louder, faster, and more chaotic instead of smarter and scarier. While it's not entirely without merit, it's hard to recommend it over more polished fan games, or even the original FNAF titles. At the end of the day, Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's reboot feels like a missed opportunity rather than a memorable experience. Let's hope that future updates or future fan games take the lessons learned here and use them to create something truly great. Thank you guys for watching. It really does actually mean the world to me. I know I say this every time, but it's coming from the bottom of my heart. I know this video is, yet again, nothing like my usual, but it really took so long to make, and I really do hope you enjoyed. And comment down below if you want to see more, and if so, which game do you want me to review next time? Please do leave a like and or subscribe if you liked my video, and I hope you have a great day.
Gotta keep my calm, carry on, stay awake until the sun will shine. But I'm not so strong and they're not gone. They're still out there to take what's left of mine.